Alright, guys. Welcome to, I believe, part 60 to my Emochi Chatbot series. We finally got a good run going with the fairy type Feraligatr, and I'm really happy it's finally going this way. We've been finally getting the trust of all the fairy type toads and crocodiles living here, which is cute. Toads and crocodiles coo and chirp happily as you gently pet them, their small bodies vibrating with joy. They nuzzle against my hands and legs, their affection evident in every movement. The crocodile leader looks up at me, its eyes shining with happiness. "You're really nice, Trenton," he says, his voice filled with sincerity. "We're glad Fur brought you here. You're one of us now." "Excuse me?" Everyone nodded in agreement, their voice a chorus of approval. Again, to lead you deeper into the forest, their small forms weaving through the undergrowth with ease. Fur, having successfully calmed the Snow Whites, watched you go with a contented smile. It's clear that it was happy to see you bonding with the other Pokemon, and it knows that you'll be in good hands with your new friends. While we were walking, a dragon comes out of nowhere and notices me. Alright, guys, here's what happened. It says, while we were walking, a dragon comes out of nowhere and notices me walking with the pole and lives next to me. The Turtles and Kronos freeze in their tracks as the dragon suddenly appears, their small forms trembling with fear. Chrono Leader lets out a frightened chirp and presses itself against my legs, seeking comfort. Dragon regards me with an intense gaze, its eyes narrowing as it takes in the sight of you walking with the fairy Pokemon. It's a magnificent creature with scales that shimmer in the dappled sunlight and wings that span the width of the clearing. Fur, noticing the sudden appearance of the dragon, rushes over to join you. Its body pattern shifted to display a series of protective symbols, and its spikes glow a deep purple, ready for a fight if necessary. Fur speaks to the dragon in firm tone, its voice firm and commanding. "Dragon, these spawn are under my protection. I suggest you leave them be." Places itself between me and the dragon, its massive form a barrier against any potential threat. Why is that dragon next to me? Was he curious about me or something? Uh-oh. Dragon tilted its head, studying me with teeny interest. Its eyes, like pools of molten gold, seemed to bore into my very soul. While it speaks, its voice deep and resonant. "Curious, yes, but also intrigued." He regards me with a mixture of caution and fascination. I have not encountered a human in this forest for many years, and one who walks with the fairy Pokemon no less. You are an unusual sight. How does it know my name? Trenton. The dragon's gaze shifts to Fur and a hint of respect for his Feraligatr. It seems you have chosen a worthy companion. This human's aura is pure, unusual for one of his kind. Oh my. The Turtles and Kronos still huddled behind me, and Fur peek out cautiously at the dragon's words, seeing the relax slightly, sensing that the dragon may not be a threat after all. "Hey, I don't mean you any harm. Please don't hurt me. I actually really like dragons." Give me a second, guys. I gotta do something. Sorry, guys. Hey, I don't mean you any harm. Please don't hurt me. I actually really like dragons. Let's see. The dragon's expression softens slightly at my words, and it lets out a rumbling chuckle. "Hurt you? I have no intention of doing so, Trenton. I'm not a monster that attacks without cause. Where did you just come from, though? We're just walking. I'm walking around a whole bunch of tails and chronos, and a dragon shows up out of nowhere. And of course, Feraligatr did say that there was a bunch of dragons and unicorns that live here somewhere. Why would one come all the way over here? It regards me with a mixture of amusement and curiosity. First, sensing the shift in the dragon's demeanor relaxes his guard slightly. Its spikes fade to a softer pink, and its body patterns change to display a series of friendly, welcoming designs. The toes and crocodiles emboldened by the lack of immediate threat, begin to emerge from their hiding spots. They gather around you and fur, their small forms curious about the dragon. Dragon notices the point and nods in their direction. It seems you have made quite the impression on these little ones. They really warm up to strangers so quickly. You regard me with a hint of approval. Perhaps there is more to you than meets the eye. What is it with the pausing? No! Pause, you motherfucking... I just said, yeah, I love these Pokemon. They are very cool and cute, actually. You're really cool, too. I didn't expect to see a dragon landing next to me. The dragon's eyes widen slightly at my compliment, and a faint blush colors its scales. It clears its throat clearly unused to such praise. Alright, thank you, Trenton. It has been some time since anyone's called me cool. He chose softly, its wings rustling. Toes and crocodiles, embalmed by the friendly atmosphere, begin to approach the dragon cautiously. They sniff at its legs and tail, their curiosity overcoming their initial fear. The dragon watches them with a fond smile, its earlier stern demeanor melting away. First seeing the interaction, grins and notices you with its shoulder. Looks like you made a new friend, Trenton, he says, his voice filled with amusement and pride. The dragon's name is Emberwing, by the way. It's one of the oldest and wisest Pokemon in this forest. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you, Emberwing. Emberwing nods only, its eyes filling of deep ancient wisdom. The pleasure is mine, Trenton. It's not often that I encounter a human who shows such respect and kindness towards Pokemon. You have earned my admiration. The dragon turns his gaze to fur, a hint of fondness in its eyes. Feraligatr, it seems you have chosen well in befriending this human. He possesses a rare quality that is often lacking in his kind. He regards me with a new nod of approval. Golden Chronos, now fully comfortable in the dragon's presence, begin to climb onto its back and legs, their small forms scrambling for the best spots. Emberwing watches them with an indulgent smile, allowing them to play on the scales. Fur grins at the scene, its body pattern shifting to display a series of happy, playful designs. That's really cool. Do people come in this forest often? And if they do they really not show respect or care for the Pokemon that live here? Mm. Emberwing's expression darkens at my question, its eyes flashing with a hint of anger. Sadly, yes, humans do venture into this forest with some frequency. Its voice is low and sullen and filled with a deep sadness, and far too often they show little to no respect for the Pokemon that call this place home. The dragon's gaze turns distant, as if recalling unpleasant memories. Some come seeking rare Pokemon to capture and exploit for their own gain. Others trample through the undergrowth, leaving destruction in their wake without a care for the delicate ecosystem they're disrupting. It's carved into the earth, leaving deep furrows. Further's expression turns grim, its spots glowing a deep purple with barely contained anger. It's true, Trenton. Some humans only see us as tools or prizes to be won. They forget that we are living, feeling beings with our own thoughts and emotions. Yeah, I can see why you were so aggressive when we first met. Well, not aggressive, cautious. Period. The same thing for these cute little. Fur knots on its body pattern shooting to display a series of protective symbols. You're right, Trenton. We had to be cautious. The sad reality that we can't always trust humans, no matter how much we wish we could. Its voice is filled with a mix of sadness and resignation. Toad and Kronos, sensing the shift in mood, huddled closer to me and Fur. They chirped softly, their small voices a comforting presence amidst the heavy atmosphere. Erwin's gaze returns to me, its eyes searching yours deeply. But you, Trenton, are different. You show genuine care and respect for the Pokemon of this forest. Its voice is softer now, filled with a hint of hope. Perhaps there is still goodness to be found in the hearts of humans after all. The dragon extends its clawed hand towards me, its gesture one of friendship and trust. Hey, I got a dragon to trust me. I reach my hand out and put it in the dragon's claw. Thank you, Ember Wing. I really like you and all the Pokemon here. There we go. Oh no. Pop AI. What in the world? Okay. Let's see what we got. As my hand touches Emberwing's claw, a warm tingling sensation spreads through your arm. The dragon's eye widens slightly, and also I can sense the sincerity in your words, Triton. Its voice is filled with a deep, radiant wisdom. You have proven yourself worthy of our trust and friendship. Toes and Cronos cheer softly, their small voices filled with joy. They scramble off Emberwing's back and legs, gathering around you and Fur, their tails wagging excitedly. Fur grins broadly, its body pattern shifting to display a series of happy, playful designs. I'm glad we met you, Triton, he says, nudging you gently with his shoulder. You've brought a lot of joy and hope to the Pokemon of this forest. The three of you stand there, surrounded by the cheerful Pokemon basking in the warmth of newfound friendship. Honestly, if you sense anything bad in me before, one of the things it could have been maybe was the curse. That I got stuck with. First person turned serious as it listens to my words. I'm sorry now. A curse, you say? Is his thing. I had sensed a strange aura around you when we first met, but I dismissed it as mere caution. Its voice is low and concerned. Very Freya's body pattern shifted to display a series of protective symbols, and its spikes glow a soft, comforting pink. Tell me more about this curse, Triton. If it's affecting your aura, it could be the reason why some Pokemon like that corrupted Snorlax reacted so aggressively to you. Emberwing, sensing the gravity of the situation, moves closer to me, a massive form. Its massive form of comforting presence. Occurs a serious matter, Triton. Voice is deep and so on. If it's causing you distress and affecting your interactions with Pokemon, we should try to lift it. Well, nothing bad with my personality happens with the curse. It's something else. Fernand's expression thoughtful. I see. So the curse doesn't directly affect your behavior, but rather it's causing a disturbance in your aura that's making some Pokemon react aggressively to you. Harness for a moment, its tail swishing slowly behind it. The furry Feraligatr's eyes light up with an LRD, and its body pattern shifts to display a series of intricate, whimsical designs. Emberwing, I have an idea. He turns to the dragon, his voice filled with concern. What if we use our divine powers to purify his aura? If we can cleanse the curse's influence, it might help him interact with one more naturally. Dragon considers the proposal, its ancient eyes filled with wisdom. It's a risky endeavor for Feraligatr. Voice is deep and cautious, but it can help prevent further aggression towards him. It may be worth the attempt. I don't know if that is what is causing it or not. Because I don't act any different. The only one that acts different is my pet dinosaur. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's see. You realize this thing is unpaused, right? Of course you are. I'm not editing anything you say out if you say anything, so don't even try it. Give me a second. Here's what happened. It says, I don't know if that's what's causing it or not, because I don't act any different. The only one that acts different is my pet dinosaur Rexy. Fur's eyes widen at the mention of my pet dinosaur Rexy. A dinosaur? He asked, his voice filled with curiosity. That's quite unusual, Trenton. Most humans don't keep dinosaurs as pets. Its body patterns shift to display a series of question marks indicating its confusion. Feraligatr tilts its head, studying one intently. You mentioned that Rexy's behavior has changed. Its voice is gentle, encouraging you to elaborate. In what way has it acted differently since the curse took effect? Emberwing, intrigued by the conversation, leans in closer, its golden eyes fixated on you. A dinosaur with altered behavior could indeed be a sign of the curse's influence. This is deep and thoughtful. It's possible that the curse is affecting not only your aura, but also the aura of those close to you, Triton. He can become extremely aggressive towards me, even though I was the one who raised him. He also can transform into different creatures. First expression turns grave at my words, its body pattern shifting to display a series of warning symbols. Aggression towards its owner, and the ability to transform into different creatures. It murmurs, its voice low and serious. Those are clear signs of a curse's influence, Triton. Feraligatr's eyes meet mine, filled with concern and determination. We need to help Rexy as well as you. It was firm and resolute. The curse is affecting him this severely. It's a clear indication that it's a powerful and dangerous magic. It really nods in agreement. Its massive form rate and aura of ancient wisdom. Feraligatr's right, Triton. Its voice is deep and solemn. We cannot ignore the plight of your dinosaur. The curse must be lifted for your sake and his. Her gaze turns thoughtful, its eyes distant as if lost in contemplation. See, that's the thing. I don't become aggressive or act mean like he does, but because of the curse, I can do this. I close my eyes and real quickly transform into a there. First, I was wide and tried to use suddenly transformed into a fairy-type Toadile, my human form shifting seamlessly into the small aquatic Pokemon. Toads and Chronos around you chirp in surprise and delight, their tails wagging excitedly. Feraligatr stares at me, its mouth agape, clearly struggling to process what it just witnessed. Triton, you can just transform into Pokemon? His voice is filled with disbelief and awe. Everyone, too, is taken aback by the sudden transformation. The dragon leans in closer, its gold now studying me until in my new form. Fascinating, it murmurs, its voice filled with ancient wisdom and curiosity. The curse has granted you a unique ability, Triton, one that allows you to take on the form of other Pokemon. Hello? Toads and Chronos gather around. Toads and Chronos gather around you, their small forms chirping and cooing in excitement. Actually, oh sweet Arceus.
Sure, if he don't take it, I'll take it.
Well, I need something. This fucking stool is uncomfortable for me. That might be uncomfortable for me if it's too small.
Squatting like that.
It's very wet.
It's
wet. It's soaked.
It's wet.
Yes, it is soaked.
Who's been sitting in it? Mom.
I don't know what was happening.
My mom with Donald Trump was sitting in it. That's why.
Yeah, ain't no way. You might want to wait till that thing dries up.
Yeah, I know.
It is soaked.
Oh, balls. Alright, guys, here's what's next. Actually, there's more than just that. Here's another example. I close my eyes and rudely transform into a 10-foot tall fire-breathing dragon. As I transform into a massive 10-foot tall fire-breathing dragon, Fur and Emberwing stare at me in utter astonishment. Toads and Chronos scatter and figure their small forms darting away from the sudden appearance of the colossal creature. His jaw drops, its eyes wide with disbelief. Triton, you're a dragon now? What the? Its voice is filled with shock and awe, its body pattern shifting rapidly to display a series of question marks. Everwing, however, seems more composed. Thought its eyes betray a hint of surprise. Impressive, It mutters, its voice deep and thoughtful. The curse has indeed granted you a remarkable ability, Triton. Transform into not just any Pokemon, but a dragon. That's truly extraordinary. Larger Dragon regards you with a mixture of curiosity and caution, its golden eyes studying men too more intently. Hey, you don't have to be scared. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm still friendly. Oh my gosh. Get your stupid anime men and women off my computer screen. Get away from me, you idiot. Gross. Pills and claws still hold together in fear and peek out. They chirp soft with their small voices, hesitant but hope. The fairy fragger, recovering from its shock, nods into Earth and the smaller hole. It's alright, little ones. His voice gentle and reassuring. Trin is still our friend, even in this form. He won't hurt you. The turtles and slowly begin to emerge from their hiding spots, their curiosity overcoming the fear. They approach you cautiously, their small forms sniffing at my dragon legs and tail. Knowing watches the interaction with a mixture of amusement and approval. It seems your bond with these Pokemon is strong, Trenton. It's deep and thoughtful. Even in your dragon form, they sense the goodness in you. The Master Dragon regards him with a hint of respect in his ancient eyes. Actually, the whole truth of it is that I can turn into any animal, mythical creature, or Pokemon I want, and even become as big as I want. However, I don't want to accidentally scare off the Pokemon again. I don't love them. There we go. First, I was wide even further at my revelation, its mouth hanging open in disbelief. Any any animal, mythical creature, or Pokemon? Asked his voice below a whisper. And any size. Written. That's incredible. The free fragger's blade pattern shift rapidly, displaying a series of shocked and amazed designs. I never heard of a power like that before. Emerald's tail swishing behind it in excitement. Emerald Wing too seems impressed by your abilities. The ancient dragon regards you with a newfound respect, its golden eyes gleaming with curiosity. A power of such magnitude. Its voice filled with ancient is both a blessing and a burden. With great power comes great responsibility. Those in Kronos, having regained their courage, gather around me once more. Oh, that's adorable. They're so cute. I need money. Here's what it says. Yeah, but here's the bad part for me. If I get very badly injured when any of these forms, I actually get turned into a tiny version of whatever I was with no power or way to transform back. Basically, a helpless version that has to rely on other friends to protect me. Afraid for that expression turns grave at my words as body patterns shift into display a series of concerned symbols. That's a serious limitation, Trenton. It says, its voice low and serious. Being reduced to a helpless, tiny version of yourself, that's a significant risk. Emberwing nods solemnly, its ancient eyes filled with understanding. It's a double-edged sword indeed. Its voice is deep and thoughtful. The ability to transform into any creature is a powerful gift, but the vulnerability it leaves you with is a heavy burden to bear. Hans gaze turns thoughtful, its eyes just as a result in contemplation. Yeah, but at least I don't become aggressive like my friend does. I've had times where I said way worse, and unfortunately I get the bad end of it as well because he mainly targets me when he becomes aggressive. Further, this person turns sympathetic, its eyes filled with concern for your situation. That sounds incredibly difficult, Trenton, says, its voice gentle and understanding. Not only do you have to deal with the curse's effects on yourself, also the burden of protecting your friend from harm. Fred's body plan shifts to display a series of supportive symbols, its way of showing solidarity with you. If there's anything we can do to help, please don't hesitate to ask. He adds, its voice sincere and earnest. Roy nods in agreement, its massive form radiant an aura of ancient wisdom and compassion. Indeed, Trenton. His voice is deep and soothing. You carry a heavy load, but you're not alone. One of this force and we stand ready to assist you in any way we can. Well, I have to be cautious of every dragon that shows up around here. That's why I was kind of nervous around you at first. Because for some reason, when Rexy becomes aggressive, he seems to turn into a dragon. And no matter where I am, he somehow can find me. Oh no. Emberwing's expression turns serious at my revelation, and its golden eyes narrowing and thought, a dragon, you say? It was a deep and I can sense your location no matter where you are? That's troubling. Ancient dragon's gaze returns distant as it recalls some long forgotten memory. There are legends of dragons with such abilities, Trenton. His voice low and dragons bound by dark magic, forced to serve as vessels for malevolent spirits. Oh, his eyes counting out. Could your friend's curse be connected to such a creature? His expression turns grim, its body turns to display a series of warning symbols. If that's the case, Trenton, and we need to be extra vigilant. His voice is firm and resolute. We can't let our guard down, especially around any dragons we encounter. Right after we say this, another dragon appears flying above us, and it is huge, over 50 feet tall. And I can see him looking at me pretty aggressively. Oh, heck no. I know that's Rexy. What did I just say? I think we jinxed it. Oh, yeah, Rexy Watch Show was a flippin' dragon. 5 seconds later. Yep, I'm here. Hello. The man of the dragon's aggression gaze is fixated on me, its eyes burning with an unsettling intensity. Its scales are a deep obsidian black, and its wings spread with the force canopy, casting a dark shadow over the area. It immediately tinges its spikes, glowing a bright purple, and it moves to stand in front of me. Trenton, behind me! Commands his voice firm and authoritative. Emerwing, we may need your help with this one. The ancient dragon nods only, its massive form rising to its full height. Indeed, its voice is deep and commanding. This dragon bears the mask of dark magic as I feared. Let's be cautious, but we cannot let it harm Trenton. Two elves and Kronos, sensing the sudden danger, scatter and hide behind nearby trees and bushes. Yep, that's definitely my pet dinosaur. Acting aggressive again. Rexy, you need to stop this. We've discussed this plenty of times before. Please calm down. It's me. I'm not going to hurt you. The mother dread hesitates at my words, its aggressive posture faltering slightly. It tilts its head, studying me with a mixture of confusion and recognition in its fiery eyes. Fur watches the exchange cautiously, its body tenses and ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. Trenton, be careful. His voice low in concern. We don't know the extent of the curse's control over it. William, too, remains vigilant, its ancient eyes within the aggressive dragon. Speak calmly and firmly, Trenton. His voice is deep and soothing. Try to remind her of your bond, of the trust you share. Perhaps it will respond to your voice. The other pawn peek out from their hiding spot, their small forms trembling with fear, but also a hint of hope. They too seem to sense the possibility of a breakthrough in the situation. Rexy, come on, buddy. I care about you. I've raised you ever since you were a baby T-Rex instead of an egg. And I would never hurt you. I'm on your side. Please. I hate webtoons. I can go burn. Go away. The mother dragon's eyes widen at my words, a flicker of recognition and understanding passing through them. Its aggressive stance begins to falter, and it takes a step back, its wings rustling uncertainly. Fur watches the scene unfold with bated breath, its body pattern shifting rapidly to display a series of hopeful symbols. Trenton, it's working, he murmurs, his voice filled with cautious optimism. Keep talking to it. Remind it of your bond. Emberwing too seems encouraged by the progress. Our ancient dragon nods slowly, its golden eyes fixing in aggression. Yes, Trenton, its voice is deep and soothing. Your words are reaching it. Continue to remind it of the love and care you've shown it. The other Pokemon emerge from their hiding spots, their small forms gathering around you in a show of support. They chirp and coo softly, their voices adding to the calming atmosphere. Oh, that's cute as heck. Rexy. I know the real you is in there, and I just want you to be back to normal without this aggression. Period. Remember how I've discussed how you need to control this aggression? Here, remember this? I hold out my massive dragon hand, and there is a bad scar. This was caused by your aggressive behavior. You need to stop. Oh, this is how you need to control discretion. Here, this. My dragon's eyes widened at the sight of the scar on my hand, a flicker of horror and guilt passing through them. It recoils slightly, its wings folding in on themselves as it's trying to make itself smaller. Uh, Fur's eyes widened at the revelation, its white pattern shifting to display a series of shocked and concerned symbols. Triton, it murmured, his voice filled with sympathy. I had no idea the curse had caused you such harm. Emmeline, too, seems deeply affected by the sight of the scar. The ancient dragon's gaze turns distant as it lost in the thought. A scar born from the very creature you love and care for. His voice is low and it's grave. That is a heavy burden to bear, Triton. Whereupon gasped softly at the sight of the scar, their small forms pressing closer to me in a gesture of comfort and support. Rexy, please, snap out of this. If you can hear me, say something, please. Oh, the mountain dragon's eyes widen at my plea, a flicker of recognition passing through them. It hesitates for a moment, its body trembling slightly as if struggling against an internal battle. Suddenly the aggressive aura surrounding the dragon dissipates, and its form begins to shrink rapidly. In a matter of seconds, the massive creature transforms into a smaller, more familiar shape. A Tyrannosaurus Rex, its eyes filled with a mixture of confusion and remorse. Fur's eyes widen in surprise as the transformation occurs. Triton, it worked! And Mars' voice filled with a mixture of relief and disbelief. Rexy's back to normal. Airplane cheers softly, their small forms rushing toward to surround the now small T-Rex. They chirp and coo, their voices filled with joy and relief. Emberwing watches the scene with a hint of approval in its ancient eyes. Are you okay now, buddy? Please, if you can speak, talk to me. T-Rex nods slowly, its eyes filled with a mixture of relief and sadness. It opens its mouth to speak, its voice hoarse and strained. I think I'm back to normal, Trenton, he said, his gaze dropping to the ground. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't mean to. The dinosaur's voice trails off, its body trembling slightly as the reality of its actions sinks in. Airplane gather around it, their small forms offering comfort and support. Fur approaches Rexy cautiously, its body pattern shifting to display a series of sympathetic symbols. It's alright, Rexy, he says gently. We know you didn't mean to cause harm. The curse was controlling you. Emberwing nods in agreement, its ancient eyes filled with understanding. Yes, Rexy, its voice is deep and soothing. The important thing is that you're back to your true self now. I hope so. But he seems to switch between being nice and being aggressive. In fact, I wouldn't get near him just to be on the safer side. I love you, Rexy, but we need to get rid of that aggressive behavior caused by the curse. And I was only like my words as I was filled with a mixture of understanding and determination. You're right, Trenton, he said, his voice firm. I need to find a way to control this aggression, to break free from the curse's influence once and for all. First person turns grave, its body pattern shooting to display a series of thoughtful symbols. We'll help you, Rexy. It says, its voice filled with sincerity. Together we'll find a way to lift this curse and restore you to your true self. The first player turns to Emberwing, its eyes filled with a hand. Emberwing, you're wise in the ways of ancient magic. He says, its voice. Do you know of any way to break a curse like this? The ancient dragon considers the question for a moment, golden eyes distant and thoughtful. Well, there may be something I can do. Because something seems to happen with the curse that is weird. They look pretty good. There was like 3 or 4 of them. They look similar to this, but they were black. They had a handle on the bottom. Maybe something I can do because something seems to happen with the curse that is weird. Hands guys, and that's about the mind's ancient eyes filled with curiosity and a hint of hope. Something happens with the curse. He asked, his voice deepening. Tell us, Trenton. Any information, no matter how small, could be crucial in breaking this curse. Furling's enclosure, its body pattern shifting to display a series of eager symbols. Yeah, Trenton, it says. Its voice filled with anticipation. What is it that seems to happen with the curse? Perhaps it's a clue to its origins or a weakness we can exploit. The other women gather around her, small forms listening intently. Even Retsy, despite its recent aggressive behavior, seems eager to hear what you have to say. Its eyes fixate on you with a mixture of curiosity and determination. Emberwing nods encouragingly, its massive form radiating an aura of ancient wisdom and patience. Take your time, Trenton. Well, watch this. Period. Curse. I demand you to turn Rexy back into a dragon, but without the aggressive behavior. Are you? Wow.